Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of A Lawyer Plays Dreamfall Chapters, the longest journey with me, Ryan the Gaming Lawyer. If you will recall, in the last couple episodes, we've been working on, I don't know exactly what we're doing, but it's something clandestine, and it involves messing with the pipe system that they've been building that I keep wondering what the hell it does. I don't know what it does, but all I do know is if you stick a rat into one of its things, it messes things up, and it's a lot of mess and work for them to clean up, and they hate it. And I did that because I wanted into a house where a ball came out of and went down a pipe. I don't know what it all means, but I guess that's why I'm going into the house where the ball came from. Alright guys, have fun cleaning that out. Sorry about that. I drugged a rat. I gave him drugged cheese. I still feel like that was a little bit shady, but you know. I'm gonna see what's what. The ends justify the means, right? Isn't that what people say when they do something terrible? That it's totally unjustifiable. What's this? Doesn't look very magic-y to me. These Azadi are all about computers. This looks like a computer. Is it surveillance? It's like the Bat Cave. Oh. Okay, goals updated. Investigate the building. I know that. I'm in the building. Alright, there's stairs going down over there. I think I'm gonna skip the stairs. See what is. Maybe get a better look at what's going on from this platform before I commit myself to going down. looks like a steampunk version of Las Vegas. All slot machines.
He's one of the people who work here. I've noticed others like him entering and exiting. They're odd-looking.
Odd-looking? What's the matter with them?
More of the metal machines that have been put up all over town. But these look different. Bigger, shinier, more modern. This is where the pipes converge. They're all going into that huge orb.
Huh. Well, didn't the ball I pick up come out of this building? Because the pipe was going the other direction. Away from this building.
The numbers are flickering. It looks like sorcery. But I'm sure this is science.
Yeah, this is the world of magic, Arcadia, so I'm sure in a world of magic, science looks like sorcery. In fact, that's a slight callback to the first game where you meet a great sorcerer, and the way you defeat him is by you show him a calculator and he tries to play with it. It makes his head explode or something. It makes him stop being able to do magic, or I don't know what happened.
I don't know what these are, but they put me in mind of a lady's vanity, except with knobs. Lots and lots of knobs.
Knobs? I was gonna say, that's not something that they call lady bits. More what they call man bits.
More of those
metal orb?
metal orbs. They're doing something to
Like
them
the one?
here, altering them. I wonder what'll happen when I push one of these knobs. Oh, that's ominous.
What
I wonder
happened?
what'll happen when I push one of these knobs. Oh, that's ominous.
I can't see that anything happened. Okay, so there's a bunch of other balls. Look like they're ready to feed down. And these all look the same. There are different levels of balls on each one.
I wonder what'll happen. Oh. I wonder what'll happen when I... Oh.
That one's
That's
almost out of balls. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like I'm actually supposed to do anything with this. Am I just gonna go and, I guess as long as I'm trespassing, I might as well... That ladder goes down to nowhere. That's freaky.
There's mathematics on that board. I've learned the
Yeah.
fundamentals of addition, subtraction, and multiplication, but the numbers on that board are like Crystarian runes to me. Completely meaningless and somewhat disturbing. There's mathematics on that board.
Okay.
Oh,
Excuse me.
you're not supposed to be here. This place is for engineers only. Please leave or I'll be forced to call the guards. I have a very loud voice when I'm scared.
One sound, and you'll be standing on the slopes of the first mountain, yelling at clouds.
Goddess. No problem. I'll be quiet as a... You're from Azadir. I've seen your profile in embroideries. I never forget a nose. You're the Apostle. Apostle Alvane. You're famous.
Maybe once. Now I'm just Kian. Your turn.
My turn what?
Your name. Who are you?
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus, lead engineer.
I don't know what that means. What do you do?
Don't you know? I thought you would have known. You know, from back when you were... I'm in charge of the team that encodes the spheres that make the engine tick.
What engine?
The engine that... you know, the engine. There's only
The
one
engine.
engine. The one that encompasses the entire city. It's what all the pipes are connected to. Didn't they tell you anything when you were... You know,
Nope.
before you were a traitor?
Assume that I
Apparently
know
not.
nothing. What is this engine for?
The engine calculates. That's why they call it the calculating engine. Big numbers, complex equations. My team, we give the engine instructions about how and what to calculate. This is called coding.
I understood none of that.
You can't be here. You're a fugitive, and this is a restricted zone. That's like
Oh, Lord.
two things that mean you shouldn't be here, and I could probably think of more if you need me to.
I have a sword, and I'm bigger than you.
Those are
Wow.
two things that count in your favor. Granted.
So what does this calculating engine do? What's its purpose?
I'm really not supposed to. Right. Bigger and sword. As I said, it calculates. I mean, it does more than that, but that's what it was built to do. Its core functionality. It adds, subtracts, multiplies numbers, big numbers, and it does things with those numbers. Like, have you ever watched the stars in the sky at night?
I'm not just a man with a sword.
Of course. And you've seen how those stars move across the sky. Using a calculating engine, we can actually track those stars and predict where they're going to be in a year from now, or a century, or where they were a century ago.
Why are you tracking stars?
Well, we're not. I mean, it's just an example. We're not actually tracking stars. I mean, sure, we could if we wanted to, but... We're tracking dreams.
Dreams?
Dreams are very complex, which is why we need a big engine with lots of ticking parts to make complex calculations and predictions.
Right, so the part about not just being a man with a sword, assume that's all I am and start over.
Yes, fine. Those pipes crisscrossing the city, they're sort of like speaking tubes, connecting 100 sage masters, each with his or her own field of specialty.
So, it's like a university.
Well, I guess. Yes.
It's like, nope.
Yes, this is a good comparison. A whole city filled with clever brains. The spheres pass messages between the different masters, and between them and us. We write messages, and we interpret messages. We tell the individual brains what to think about, and then they do the thinking, and report back to us. This allows us to write ever more complex messages, until finally we have the code we need, the ultimate message. That one we send to the tower.
Why?
Because that's where the biggest brain of them all is located. This is the hub of the pipe network, the engine's core, its heart, the nucleus of the meta... Well, you understand.
Okay.
The fact is, this is the most advanced and scientific task anyone's ever taken on, and we're doing it. You should be proud.
Why are you doing it?
Well, I
Science.
don't quite know. Because we can? Because no one else can? Because the Prophet told us to, and gave us the tools to do it.
So, you don't know what it's for?
I write the instructions. I'm the man in the middle. Someone tells me what they need, and I tell the engine how to compute the answer. This is my job.
Who knows what the engine is for?
The Six, probably. The Prophet, certainly. Emissary Saya, I would imagine. This is above my pay grade.
Above your...
I was hired to write instructions for the engine and compute the spheres, not to ask questions. And not to answer yours either, Mir. You really should go before someone comes. We'll both be in terrible trouble. They usually check on me all the time. I wonder why they haven't.
I still don't understand. Why build all of this here in Mercuria? Why not in Sadir?
Because of the tower and what's below it. Vast eddies of, meta-energies.
Excuse me. Whoops.
Do you mean magic?
Magic? Magic? Of course not magic. This engine is the opposite of magic. It's the culmination of everything Azadir has strived for these last 100 years. An end to chaos and uncertainty. An end to superstition and irrationality. An end to magic. When the engine's fully operative and the programming complete, we won't need sorcerers or witchcraft anymore. We'll be able to do anything we want. With science. Reshape reality. Rewrite the laws of the cosmos. Remove death and disease, poverty, and warfare. The world will be run by scientists for the betterment of humanity.
Yeah.
What do dreams have to do with it?
The engine feeds on the building blocks of reality. Ideas, stories, dreams. Magic is highly detrimental to the system. See, sorcery causes chaos, injects uncertainties and fallacies into our calculations.
So, is that why magicals
Are being relocated? We can't have them around while the engine's calculating. But as soon as we're done...
You believe they're being relocated?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I mean, it's what they told us. Why would they lie? It's simple.
Boy.
The engine isn't compatible with magic, and we don't want anyone getting hurt. There's no room for sorcery in Mercuria. The magicals are better off in their new homelands.
They're being sent to prison camps.
Re-education camps. This is true, yes, but only temporarily. This is their first stop. Afterwards, they're given passage to their new homelands, where they can...
Do you really believe that? What would the magicals be re-educated to do? Forget that they're magicals? No, Firdaus. That's not the truth. They're imprisoned. Killed. They're not given a new home.
But they told us. They said they were... They promised they'd be safe and happy and... Oh, light protect them.
So this is why we're sending all the magicals away from Mercuria. Because of the engine.
Yes. Yes. That's why. I didn't know. I didn't know.
This is so Nazi Germany.
There are.
They lied to us.
Do you need to remove all magicals before starting up this calculating engine?
It's already running. I'm not... As long as the thaumaturgical interference is below the acceptable threshold for...
Pretend that I'm a very small and possibly very stupid child.
No. No, they don't need to get rid of all of the magicals. Just enough not to disrupt our calculations. We'll be done instructing the network in a couple of days. After that, they can pull the lever whenever they want. That's the last component of the engine. The tower. The one that will start feeding on and molding the dreams. Changing the world for the For the better. Yeah. I believe the official ceremony is a few days from now. The emissary will be there, together with the First and the Prophet, and please don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill you. But what you're doing here is not the will of the goddess, Firdaus. Something is going on. Someone's...
Kian,
Oh.
I had a feeling it was you.
Mia?
Whoa.
Goddess, what are you doing here, Hami? Where are your men?
Right outside. They can be here in seconds. You, engineer, what's your name?
I threatened him. He played no part in this.
Firdaus. I'm Firdaus.
Wow.
You lied.
I beg your pardon?
You promised they'd be safe.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Go, Firdaus. This is not about you. Just remember what I told you. You're not doing the work of the goddess here.
Old Town was a distraction. Vamon meant it to be a struggle, for my men to die. He wanted to take my mind off the investigation. Commander Vamon and the emissary have been lying to me about your death. Why is that?
Because I'm a danger to them. And it's not the only thing they've lied to you about. This engine,
You betrayed us. You joined the enemy.
to stop Saya and Vamon, not to fight our people, not to fight you.
Sister Saya is the emissary. Commander Vamon is your superior officer. They are your people.
They are traitors, Mir. They have betrayed our nation, our faith, and
You should have come to me first, Apostle. You should have come to me. Instead, you've shamed me. You've shamed Mother Utana, the Six, the Goddess, your nation. When I received word someone had been spotted entering this house, I had a feeling it was you. I entered alone for 2 reasons. One, as a courtesy to the Mother. It would break her heart again to hear that you perished in dishonor, fighting my guard. And 2, you're living proof that Vamon has lied to me. I cannot reveal my hand to Vamon, but I also cannot let you go. You'll surrender to me now, without struggle, and you'll be brought to Sadir tonight, in secret. The courts will decide your fate. For the time being, while I sort out this mess, you'll be locked away under a false name. No one will know you're alive. When I'm
Might
ready
be
to
fair.
confront the commander and the emissary with their lies, I will reveal the truth about your survival, and you will cooperate every step of the way.
ask Saya and Vamon about the camps, and what they're doing to...
You lied. You lied to us. You told us they would not be harmed. You told us they'd be safe. There were children!
Whoa.
Get off me, you idiot!
No,
Go!
buddy.
Go, Kian! Make
No.
them pay for this!
Stop that! Get off me! I'll have you beheaded for this.
Shadow, damn you, man! Leave this place, now!
Crap. I thought they were gonna give me a choice to come or go, but I guess this time the narrative took over. Wow. That was quite the development, though. That's gonna have ramifications for sure. My goodness. That was a hefty chunk of storytelling right there, too. Like, that was one of those... I don't think it's been since The Longest Journey, the first game, where we'd be in dialogue for that long. Alright, there's the mother. She's one of the good
Yes?
people.
Mother, it's the General. He asks to speak with you.
Send him in, child. Hami, is anything the matter?
It's Kian. He's alive.
Goddess be praised. How do you know this?
He broke into the engine room down on City Green.
Light. What was he doing there?
Speaking with one of the engineers, Firdaus, a young man from the southern provinces. Kian said... Oh, well, it's of no consequence. He's a traitor. He's joined the resistance.
Oh, come on.
But
Come
It is
on.
as I suspected. We have been lied to by Vamon and the emissary.
for what reason?
That I don't know. Yet. And until we do, we cannot confront them, Mother.
I agree. We don't know how firm their grip is on the tower. If they know that we know... What about Kian? Was he, How did he look to you?
He looked strong. Different, but strong.
He must have his reasons for doing what he's doing, Hami. Kian would never betray Azadir, or his faith.
Perhaps, but that's what he's doing. I gave him the honorable choice to turn himself in and face righteous judgment. But he fled, like a coward, when the engineer attacked me.
Attacked?
I don't blame the man. Kian poisoned his mind with baseless lies. My men detained him, and I placed him somewhere safe, somewhere he can't tell anyone what he saw and heard. Out of Vamon's reach. We need to keep this between us, or we run the risk of alerting the commander and emissary Saya. Much as I'd like to hunt down Kian myself and put him to the sword, we must be patient.
Let's trust the goddess, Hami, to illuminate our path and bring us to the truth.
I certainly hope she will.
He's awfully eager to kill Kian. Even though isn't he all curious why they lied about his death? And tried to, create the... Alright, see what's up now. Goals updated. Speak with the others. Alright.
John, thank the balance you're back. Bip's been...
They've taken him.
Taken, yeah.
Light. Are you sure it's Bip? I knew this would happen. We have no time to spare. We must get to him before...
The cloud ship just unmoored and is already heading for Gien. It's too late.
Then we must follow.
And abandon your mission here for one child's life.
Is it because he's a magical that he's not worth the trouble?
You're such an angry, angry man. Do you really want Kian to leave Mercuria and risk his life to save one boy? I thought so.
This is what happens when we let Azadi criminals live.
Stop it. That's not what happened, and you know it. They're sending all the magicals away.
I know why, and I know what the pipes are for.
What?
Really?
Are you serious?
I'll explain later. Right now, we need to rescue the boy.
Well, you're not going after him.
That's not your decision to make, Anna.
Can we really afford to lose more people? We've lost so many already. And Ane has her hands full with those who've been injured. Soon, there won't be enough of us left to fight.
I need to think about this. I can't just abandon the boy, but... We can't stay here.
Is it?
The Azadi are hunting me. The General knows I'm alive.
Honey, how did that happen? Did you approach him? Are you trying to curry favors with your former masters?
Curry favors? How would I even... I'm not trying to curry any favors with...
Stop it, both of you! You're really annoying and loud. Let's get out of here before Ulvik gets in trouble for harboring a fugitive. Shepard will want to have a say in the discussion.
This isn't over, Kian.
Oh, hush.
Oh, stuff it. It doesn't matter what I do, he'd be pissed off. Besides, I was for rescuing the kid, and so was he. Guess he's still pissed off that I didn't torture that dude. My goodness, a lot's happening. All of a sudden, we went from me scratching my head for whole episodes at a time to like tons of stuff developing. Oh, chapter 7. Hunted. Alright. Thursday, September 28th, 2021.
Propast, where 8 I officers and 5 civilians were killed by Marxist Party members. The Syndicate has promised to maintain heightened security across Europolis until after the upcoming elections. The Propast district remains under full I lockdown and 24-hour curfew. We're now joined by Marek Farah in Propast. And Marek, how are regular people in Propast handling this very difficult situation?
Well, Rika, as you can see, the streets here are deserted, almost 2 months after the August attack on the I headquarters in Propast. There's security everywhere, and everyone who goes outside is subject to random searches and arrests. There is a 24-hour curfew.
Wait, is that Zoe?
But people are allowed to traverse the district as long as they carry the appropriate paperwork and submit to any searches and questions.
What about essentials like food and water, Marek? Are any stores or restaurants still open?
I think this is done.
Everything is closed,
Smells
Rika,
good.
but rations are distributed to residents of Propast on a regular basis. Medical personnel are on constant standby.
Oh, listen to this.
No one here is in any immediate danger of starvation.
Has there been any indication of how long this lockdown will continue?
The Syndicate is not saying, Rika, but spokespeople have hinted that Propast will remain under Syndicate guardianship until after the election
standing up, like an animal. It hasn't come to that.
We appear to have lost our connection to Marek Farah in Propast. We will attempt to re-establish the connection. In the meantime, when we come back, we talk to someone very close to Marxist leader and terrorist mastermind Marta Rebus about her dark and...
Shit.
Oh.
Power's out, again. I'm sure they're doing this just to screw with us. I'll have to check the emergency fuel cell in the kitchen cabinet. It should have kicked in by now.
There's the cabinet.
It's my emergency fuel cell. I can jiggle it a bit. That sometimes works. Nope, that did not work. I guess I need a new one. And I know just
the person. This kind of reminds me. Oh, probably the lady I work with. Yeah, from Mira. Which reminds me of our apartment a little bit. The place we live in is relatively nice, but it is an old building. It's like built in the 1920s. It used to be kind of like a hotty-toddy hotel back in the day. Like a Hollywood high life used to like congregate here and stuff, but now it's just really old. So there's always something going wrong somewhere. So it is cool. I mean, I've lived here for, just the longest that I've ever lived. I think anywhere. Ever. Yeah, it is. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've been here like, 10 years? Anyways. But yeah, there's always little something going wrong. Weird little things going wrong here and there.
Castillo, your district is subject to Syndicate-mandated martial law. Please submit an approved destination or return to your home.
My work?
Thank you. The Pandemonium is your only approved destination. I will accompany you.
Please, don't talk.
The Pandemonium? Oh, that's where I need to go anyways. So I have like this arrow that I have to follow, and this thing's gonna... You know what would come in handy now? Shitbot.
No more friendly banter from these guys. They're serious about the curfew. They actually shoot people now.
If I perceive you to be a threat, I shoot you. Simple as that.
Okay, things have gotten freaky here. They've gotten worse.
First sign you're living in a military state, an armed drone escorts you everywhere you go.
Watilla! Wonder how what's his name? Zonkers? Yonkers? My old...
Don't deviate from your path. We're not fucking around anymore. We shoot to kill.
Wow. They used to be kind of comical characters, but now they're not.
Closed. No customers, no permits. Everything's closed. No customers, no permits.
This is really grim. I'm surprised I'm even allowed to go to work. This is like honestly kind of depressing. You're still going? Alright. Well, I see we're coming up on Pandemonium. I'm thinking this could be a good place to break the episode. I'm showing just about 29 minutes. So I think we're gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna pause here and enjoy the view for a second. And call it an episode. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me once again. Another episode of A Lawyer Plays Dreamfall Chapters with me, Ryan the Gaming Lawyer. And until next time, I hope everybody is doing well and take care. Bye-bye.